Because remember, the Iranian regime is this theocratic terrorist cabal, and we have to overthrow them to make the Middle East safe.
So, and I'm sure they did it by saying, we're the enemy of Israel's enemy, therefore we're your friend.
That's exactly what the argument is. And so they got themselves off the terrorism list. They pay millions of dollars to DC lobbyists, senior political figures, former political figures, and now can accept American weapons. The MEK doesn't have the wherewithal to fight the Iranian government. It's just all about arming themselves.
What do they believe?
They're ardently communist.
And and Howard Dean and Rudy Giuliani were lobbying for them?
Because remember, the Iranian regime is this theocratic terrorist cabal, and we have to overthrow them to make the Middle East safe.
I know very little about MEK other than what you've said, but I do know that they are feared.
Yes.
And I know that
they're murderous.
Yes. And it's suspected, because I've heard this from intel people, that they are used basically as assassins for hire.
Well, the conventional wisdom is that the Israelis use the MEK regularly to carry out these assassinations we've seen over the years in Tehran.
Of course, it's hard to know what is true now, but but the MEK is taking money from Israel.
Mm-hmm.
And I think most people who pay attention think the MEK is like a reasonable pro-America group.
Right. From the very beginning, when they were rehabilitated in 2009, I just started shaking my head like, what are we doing? From rich Iranian exiles who are willing to hold their nose over the, personal ideology of the organization and just say, well, if you're going to kill, Ayatollahs and Hojjatul Islams, then okay, I'll write you a check.